Welcome back to my It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time. Today we're going to be doing a natural makeup look and just vibe with me today. Just vibe. We have a few products that we picked up. We have the Milk by Mario foundation, and this is the Surreal Skin Natural Finish Foundation in 17.5 neutral. And we have our Morphe setting powder, and this is the Banana Rich Bake and Set. We also picked up some glitters from NK, and we also picked up a palette from Too Faced, the Born Natural Nudes. So I'm going to be incorporating those products into this video. Keep on watching. If you hear anything in the background, it's this show that I'm watching. It's called A Millionaire or something like that. I've been obsessed with it lately, and I want to know who has $1 million. Who has $1 million? Is it? Who has $1 million? I really want to know. Now I'm going to be taking the Morphe eyebrow pencil. This is the micro brow pencil, and oh my gosh, this pencil is so thin. I love how it is just effortless in brushing up my brows. So now I'm just brushing them up. You're gonna see how thin this pencil really is. If you want to achieve those thin eyebrow hair strokes, this is the pencil for you. But when it comes to making a precise line, it is perfect. Look at that. Wow. Okay, and now you see me outlining the top, and I'm getting it real sleek, getting it real sleek, and I already know what's up. So I'm ready going on to the next brow because that one came out perfectly. Just ready for that concealer, and now it is running straight through like butter. It is super smooth and super easy to use, and that pencil is amazing. I'm definitely going to be purchasing more from Morphe in the future. I'm definitely going to be reaching for this a little bit more than my Kosas pencil. I've been using that to line my lips lately. Nice. So now you're gonna see me just filling in whatever is blank, but we want to keep it real natural, so I'm just cleaning up as I go along. Now I'm just brushing through my brows, getting it real natural, getting it real blended. Wow, look at that. You see the difference? It takes away that harsh line, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm ready for that concealer. For concealer, I'm going to be using the About Face concealer, and this concealer is in olive. It surprisingly looks very light, but it does show up on my skin very natural, and I was surprised at that. It does have a velvety type of finish, and I really appreciate that. So to apply my concealer, I'm just making little dots. And this is to evenly distribute the product.
Okay, now that I'm using my other voice, I can really say what I mean. I'm really distributing the product evenly. And I really like how this brush is just spreading it evenly because it is one of those bigger concealer brushes. And now that I get right into the gap, this is where you really have to go slow into that arch. And you're gonna see me spread it out and get that end point very shiny. And I'm like, what? I did that. I gotta do the other side. And you see me running to the other side like it's nothing. I'm going. And it's sharp, it is flaky.
Now I'm gonna apply the Makeup by Mario concealer, and I'm just applying it to the tops of my brows. This is a darker shade, so it's gonna blend more with my forehead and it's gonna look more natural. I like under my eyes to be a little bit more brighter, especially when I'm adding different eyeshadow colors. It can pop more. And I'm really starting to fall in love with this concealer as well. It just blends seamlessly and it has this buttery texture that makes it really sharp, and I just love that in a concealer. I'm starting to get away from LA Girl concealer and try these more luxury products. And this is the result, and I love how they came out. I love how natural they look and fleeky. So now we're gonna go ahead and apply the eyeshadow base. This is the P. Louise Rumor 2.5, and this is just so my eyeshadow adheres to something. There I go again, making those little dots because I'm obsessed with distributing the product evenly. So now we're going to go ahead and blend that out with a brush, the same concealer brush that I used before. You can use any brush if you like, but I chose to use this one. And you see the difference in how it's going to blend right into that olive shade. It is the perfect under eye shade for concealer. Now that my base is set up, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade in the palette, and this is this cream color. I'm going to go ahead and put that all over my crease, and I want it to really look like that olive, but I don't want to take away from that color, so this is why I chose to use this color. Now going in with this light pink shade, I'm going to go ahead and put that right under that creamy shade, and I'm going to blend it out. To blend this out, I'm using a fluffy brush, and this brush that I'm using is from BH Cosmetics. Going to be blending this nice pretty pinkish mauve shade right under that last shade that we used, and I'm going to blend that right into the crease. Look how pretty that color is, and you see how the color shines through because of the base that I use so effortlessly. We don't even have to use a lot of pigment, it just picks it right up. Now I'm going to be going in with this cocoa brown shade, and I'm going to put that directly in my crease. You see how it immediately showed the color, and the payoff is extremely well. I love it so much. This palette is so good. And when I got it, for some reason I thought it was going to smell like chocolate, but I guess that's a different series of Too Faced palettes. But they need to do that for every single one because I love smells. Like, if it smells good, I'm definitely using it. Now it's time for me to cut the crease. So you're gonna see me use the P. Louise Rumor 2.5 base again and carve it out with a concealer brush. I just placed a few dots, and now you're gonna see me go against the shape of my eye. What's your eye shape? Now to deepen that crease a little bit more, I'm gonna go back in with a few of those shades that I used. First, the dark brown shade, and then the lightest color in the palette, this creamy white shade that matches the color of my crease. We want to keep it really light and we want to keep it natural. Now it's time to go in with foundation. I'm using the Makeup by Mario 17.5 neutral, and this foundation is so seamless and natural. You see the way that it blends right into my skin. And I've been looking for foundation to replace my Bobbi Brown matte foundation for a while now, and this is as good as it's gonna get, to be honest. I tried many products in Sephora and I think this is my favorite right now. Look at that finish. Oh my gosh, it's ready for photos and it just looks poppin'. This is the result and this is how we're looking. Now to apply that NK glitter right on the lid. I'm thinking of doing that nice champagne color, so I'm just pressing it with my finger right on top of that shadow. For under eye concealer, I'm gonna go back in with the About Face Beauty concealer in Olive, and I'm just making this nice triangle shape to brighten up my under eye, and I'm dragging it all the way up to the point of my brow. I'm also going to be placing this on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my cupid's bow, and also my chin. Those are my highlight areas. Now it's time to blend that out seamlessly using a buffing brush, and this is how it looks. And I'm more of a matte girl. I love how foundation sits on my skin, just like matte and flat. But this foundation, it really got me. Like, it's glowing. It's so beautiful. Now to bronze up a little bit, I'm using the Fenty Coco Naughty and Private Island to bronze up my forehead, my cheekbones, and my chin areas.
Whoever it was, clearly has a lot of food at this point. What do you think they're going to do next time? Eventually, it's all a new game.
To to set my face and bake, I'm using the Morphe Banana Rich Baking Powder. And this banana powder, it is more of a deeper yellow shade, which I kind of appreciate. I've been using like the lighter banana colors and it really doesn't fit my skin tone, and this one does a lot more. I'm gonna see how I like it a little bit more in the future and continue to use it over my Kosas powder. One thing about me, when I bake, I literally put it everywhere. So you're gonna see me put on my forehead, my eyebrows, my shadow, even my lips, everywhere. I want it to be matte and I want it to last all day. I don't know if you could tell the difference, but this powder definitely added more warmth back into my skin, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Morphe. So now I'm lining my lips with the Kosas pencil. Oh my gosh, I was obsessed with this for my brows, but now it's my lip pencil. Isn't that funny? It stays in place all day. It does not move.
Randomly gifted to a guest in the estate.
If you're not wearing the Matte Magic liquid lipstick, then you're doing something wrong. This is the best lipstick on the planet. It is waterproof, bulletproof, kiss-proof, everything proof. You can walk around with this all day for 12 hours and it is not moving. It is not going anywhere. Top it up with your favorite lip gloss and you are that girl. I'm telling you right now, this is what you need in your life. Usually I would use the Minkmitized Glossy Magic Lip Gloss, but especially for this look, I am really digging the Tower 28 gloss. Let me tell you right now, this gloss is shiny, it's pigmented, it is. And that color of mauve, it just sit perfectly on top of that. Is the duo that is lit right now. Now you're gonna see me put on some individual lashes. These lashes, oh my gosh, they gave me a headache. I am new to putting on individual lashes, but they kept falling off while I was trying to put them on. Now you're gonna see me trying to put the seal on and then I'm gonna bond them at the end, but you're gonna see.
Oh my God. Two people will go home. Hopeful and one more person will shoot. If you fail, you
To apply these individual lashes, I'm using my tweezer, and I didn't use the tweezer that came with it because for me it was just a little bit too bulky. I needed to be up close and personal to my lid. So you're seeing me right now playing around with it, seeing if it's sticking. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I really like them. They look good, right? Comment down below if you're doing individual lashes or if you're doing strip lashes this summer. Now it's time for a Q&A. The Q&A segment is when you ask me a question down in the comments below or on my Instagram, and I feature it in my next video. So what did you ask me? What genre of movies do you like? The type of genres that I like are action, fantasy, rom-com, adventure. I'm not really picky when it comes to movies. I just really want to be entertained, but those are my top genres. So the next question is, what countries have you traveled to? I traveled to Dominican Republic, I traveled to Jamaica, and I also traveled to Puerto Rico. Those are the 3 countries I traveled to, and they were so amazing. I love tropical weather, I love the sun, and I love going on the beach and just soaking my feet in the water. This is the final look.
I will give one of you an opportunity to receive solo.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye.